Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Baby abducted from home in Spanish Town. The Spanish Town police are probing the abduction of a 3-month-old baby on Tuesday afternoon. The infant, Roshane Malikal, was abducted from Harrison Park in Spanish Town, St. Catherine, sometime after 5 p.m. The woman had reportedly visited the home and was given the baby to hold. A Toyota Pro Box come to the house and the girl get the baby and drive away, a relative told reporters. A report was made to the Spanish Town police last evening. Alleged chain grabber shot and injured in Halfway Tree. An alleged chain grabber was shot and injured in the vicinity of the Halfway Tree Transport Center in St. Andrew on Wednesday. Reports are that the alleged thief grabbed the chain of a man walking in the area. The man, who is a licensed firearm holder, reportedly chased the alleged chain grabber and shot him. The suspected chain grabber was later accosted by the police who were posted in the area. Police are investigating the incident. 141 new COVID-19 cases recorded between January 3rd and 9. 141 new COVID-19 cases were recorded between January 3rd and 9. According to the Health Ministry, 88 of them are females, while 53 are males. They range in age from 9 days to 99 years. All parishes recorded new cases except St. Mary. The 7-day average positivity rate is 6.1%. Meantime, 1 coincidental death was recorded during the period, and 1 additional death is under investigation. The ministry says 47 more people have recovered from the virus. Police probing suspected drowning in St. Elizabeth. The St. Elizabeth police are investigating the suspected death of a woman in Thornton district near Silo in the parish on Sunday. The police have identified the deceased as 55-year-old Desiree Powell, otherwise called Rose, a resident of Thornton. Reporters understand that Powell was found in a river which is close to her home. A police report said that Powell's caregiver left her at home and upon returning discovered she was missing. A source told reporters that shortly after 4 p.m., residents found Powell's body in the river. Her body was retrieved and removed to the morgue. Prime Minister Andrew Holness states that the government will focus more intensively on our youngsters by providing opportunities to develop the skills and knowledge they need to be productive, law-abiding citizens.
As I reminisce on my time in the constituency, I remember when I just came, there was a youngster there, he was my age, an Indian fellow, and I remember him saying to me, the only difference between you and me is that you have education and I don't. Now, I don't take that argument fully as an excuse for the life he chose. Because there are many youngsters in West Central St. Andrew and right across Jamaica who don't have high school certification, but who have not chosen a life of violence and crime. So the lack of education and social opportunity does not absolve the individual of the responsibility and the duty not to be involved in crime. But we acknowledge that life is much more difficult for our youngsters who are not educated, who don't have a skill, who are not marketable. And so government has a duty and an obligation to ensure that all our youngsters get this opportunity that education offers. And so for my constituency and nationally, we will be focusing more intensively on ensuring that our youngsters get that opportunity. The government must take strong measures to send a signal that the intentional taking of life through violence, there can be no equivocation, no excuse that it is wrong under all circumstances, and that the punishment for it is very harsh and significant. So we're starting this process of changing the penalties in our law for crimes related to the use of intentional violence resulting in death. So crimes such as the possession and use of firearms, those must be dealt with harsh punishment that sends a clear and unequivocal signal that guns and weapons are not going to be accepted or tolerated in the society. I know in my constituency there are many youngsters, as I said, some of them are your grandchildren or your children, who have gotten caught up in this gun culture, this fetish for guns. The law has been changed. If you are caught with an illegal gun, the penalty is minimum 15 years in prison. Minimum 15 years in prison. And depending on the nature of the crime going forward relating to guns, you could get life imprisonment. Somehow in the minds of people in Jamaica, they don't understand, especially the gunmen, the criminals who are pulling the trigger. They don't understand that the penalty for murder is either the death penalty or life imprisonment. They don't understand that. What they understand is that you can get a term of imprisonment, and after a certain number of years, you come back out. Well, all of that going to change. Anyone convicted of murder will be spending upwards of 30 years or more. And right now, what I'm detecting is that the sentiment of the society is hang them. I have my own personal views on hanging. But I appreciate and understand what the society is saying. The society is saying that those who take a life, their life should be taken away from them. There are challenges with the state ending someone's life. There are different perspectives and moral views on that. However, I believe that you can effectively take away someone's life by imprisoning them for a long period of time, taking them out of the society. Because once you allow a murderer to go free, that sends a bad signal to all the other people who are prone to use fatal violence, that they can be so angry, so wicked in their thoughts, that for them the cost to take a life is worth 10 or 15 years in prison. Because they are of the view that with a good lawyer, them can bust the case. And it empowers and emboldens. But look at that now. It devalues life. Because all taking of a life is worth is 15 years. So we have to change that. We have to change it by sending strong penalties to the criminals. So that no, I'm not saying that criminals are rational people. They're not sitting down and thinking and calculating. They're just going out there and act. But when confronted with the reality of their friend being locked away forever, it does change in their mind their behavior. So there is no question that higher penalties can be a strong deterrent and can shape behavior.
Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification